Hey guys, Jason with CV Custom. So I told you guys, you can see right off the bat behind me, we got the two 6.0s. This is the motor we pulled out that's got issues, and this is the motor that we're getting set up to go back into the truck. Told you the next video I was going to tell you everything we put into it. So basically I bought a low mileage wrecking yard motor. It ended up biting me in the rear. We'll talk about that in a second. But first thing I did was pull the heads. Had the heads done so I could put studs and new head gaskets. In that process, we also put new injectors, glow plugs, glow plug harnesses, new dummy plug and standpipe tube. Did that on both sides. We also, there's an adapter that goes on the back for the feeder tubes to the Hpop. We got that. We got the blue spring. I got everything. Hang on, I got a little box right here I can show you. So I got everything from this company because I'm giving them a try. So shout out to them. All their stuff actually looks pretty solid. So again, I'm not vouching for them. I'm telling you guys that I'm trying this. This is the kit I got. Got it on Amazon. I'll put a link for that for you guys. But everything looks good quality and it had good reviews, so I'm going to give it a shot. That's as much as a vouching for it as I can give you. But it came with the head studs, the gaskets, and all these little upgrades. Also came with a new oil cooler, because we're going to change that. Relocating the oil cooler for me wasn't really in the budget for this build. Maybe later, but wasn't quite there. Instead, I opted for the new updated oil cooler and the coolant filtration system. So the engine coolant's going to have a filtration system, and it should eliminate some of that stuff. And I've also kind of heard that keeping the cooler in its stock location is kind of a good way to go anyways. So yeah, that's where we're at now. Also, look, I'll tilt you guys down for a second. You can see. Oh, I also took off the front cover because I'm going to change the front main, the front cover gasket, also the rear main, and all that fun stuff. So let me get you guys back up here. There we go. Yeah, so you guys ready for what happened? And this is kind of going to be a technical thing on what we're going to do to fix it. But let me show you guys what happened when we got to the Hpop. Okay guys, so this is what we're looking at here is our Hpop. This is our IPR and then our ICP over here on the head. So this is the later model Hpop after 04, but I guess there was kind of a break, so we're going to look in here. There's a lot of interesting things that I'll point out, but let's look at the engine we got. So when the engine came in, I saw the ICP up here, and I thought, hey, we're good to go. Well, we weren't. This is some kind of right at the break where they still had the old Hpop, but the ICP was already relocated. This is a big deal for this upgrade that we're going to do. So this is a step we don't have to worry about. The ICP is already where it needs to be. But the older style Hpop, if you look at this gear, that's a big gear. But look down there at the lower gear that drives on it. It's not even using all of it. And if you look at the gear, you can actually see the lines. It's only using that much of this gear. And then on the drive gear off the cam, it's only using a portion of it as well. So that's kind of a pain. They also don't make the upgrade that I was telling you guys about for this feeder tube, because this is all plastic parts. These things, they're prone to leaking, so you upgrade it. Now, our old engine that we pulled out did already have the upgrade. This is the upgrade. Threads in, bolts down, it's good to go. So here's what we got to do. This pump will just bolt right on. And if you do it with the early models, you do have to relocate the ICP. We don't have to because this is some kind of weird mix. So all we're going to be focused on is replacing this pump. So what does it entail? Well, that's the problem. I already put the new head gaskets on with the studs. We locked it down, all that fun stuff. Well, to get the feeder tubes out, the heads have to be off. And the back cover has to come off. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the heads back off. Well, we got to pull the heads off of this one anyways, just because we got to get to those tubes and get it out. But again, this is our old engine. But on our new engine, we're going to pull the heads back off. We're going to pull that tube so we can replace it with the new tubes. At that point, we'll do the rear main and everything. I was going to wait till the end, till right before I mated it to the transmission. But because I'm going to have it off, I'm going to get that done right now. And yeah, I got to buy new head gaskets. I don't, even though this engine's never been ran, I'm not going to reuse head gaskets I've already torqued. So yeah, now I'm out another set of head gaskets, and we're going to take that off. You know, I got this engine from the wrecking yard. I told you there were so many things wrong. The valve cover was bent. They painted over the tag, so I couldn't even tell you that it was the same as the other engine. Let's look at this. The oil pan is all beat up, so I've only got like one bolt holding it up because I'm going to use the pan off of this guy. That's why we took it off. So we're going to put the new sheet metal, or the old sheet metal, on the new engine, which is again a wrecking yard motor, and we're going to get this swapped together. So yeah. Okay, guys, I pulled the pump. I'm not gonna waste your time on a step-by-step part of this video because this is just so straightforward. This is the tube that we've got to get out. The only way it comes out is by removing the back cover, right? So that's pretty simple. Just get the back cover off. But to deattach it from the block, the head has to be off, and there's 2 of those 8mm screws. Pull it out, pull it, and then it just slides right out. Slide it into the new one. Because International did not change their casting, this is all still the same. There is a dowel here. Make sure you have it on either engine, whatever. Oh my God, that rooster. We're gonna have to do something about that. But you guys see the gear here, and you can see how it's not real thick versus the gear here. And on the later model, it lines up so they're using 100% of each other. This just seems like a very inefficient. I don't even know what they were thinking right here. This is crazy to me. So yeah, guys, that's the plan. Appreciate you watching. Again, I'm just not trying to waste your time. Pull the heads, take the screws out, slide the tube out with the back plate off. You have to do the same thing to reassemble. So slide the tube back in, lock it down. You can put the pump back on before your back cover. It's not going to hurt anything, and you can get everything lined up where you can see it a little better. Oh man, yeah, this project's gotten longer and longer. Hey guys, so we're wrapped up there. You guys know what we're doing. You can see we still got the Dodge build going on. We're waiting for all those parts to get back from the machine shop. We actually had to order a crank. It spun a rod. Crank was bent. We could have fixed it. Would have cost a little bit, but it was on cylinder number 6, which means the entire torque was going through that one rod, so we're not doing that. So we're waiting on a crank for that, and then we'll get that put together. I'm going to get going on this. I appreciate you guys stopping in, and if you made it to the end of the video, like I said, I'm going to put a link in the description for that bulletproofing kit that I put together, or I didn't put together, that I bought from Amazon, that they kind of have as a package deal. There'll be a link for that if you're looking to bulletproof your 6.0. All these things you can put on without actually pulling the motor. I pulled the motor because I was replacing it, so don't worry about that. And I'll see you guys on the next one.